Your mind is the factory of your future, and most people don't even realize the power sitting right behind their forehead. You keep grinding with your hands, with your feet, with your time, but you never grind with your thoughts. You keep working on the outside while the battle is being lost on the inside. Let me tell you something real, Zine. Your life cannot go where your mind has not gone first. Everything you want, everything you dream of, everything you're chasing begins in thought form. But no one told you that when you sleep, your subconscious is still awake, still working, still processing instructions. So if you fall asleep thinking fear, scarcity, failure, that's exactly what your subconscious begins building. You're literally creating outcomes in your sleep without even knowing it. But when you start feeding your mind the right material before you close your eyes, purpose, wealth, certainty, direction, confidence, your subconscious starts constructing a new blueprint. It starts rewriting old patterns, breaking lifelong limitations, dissolving lies you've carried since childhood. It begins eliminating excuses and expanding possibilities. The body rests, but the mind doesn't stop. The subconscious is like a 24-hour construction crew, always working, always building. So the question is not whether you're programming your mind. The question is what you're programming it with. If you want wealth, you must think as someone destined for wealth. If you want success, you must believe you deserve success. The world told you to wait, to be humble, to be quiet, to hope for the best. But wealthy thinkers don't wait, they create. They use the night to sculpt tomorrow. They use sleep as preparation, not escape. Tonight, you shift from passive to intentional. Tonight, your subconscious becomes your assistant instead of your enemy. When you understand this, you stop letting circumstances control your thoughts. You start letting your thoughts control your circumstances. You stop reacting and start creating. You stop struggling and start directing. And little by little, day after day, night after night, the life you once thought was impossible becomes your new normal because it was first built inside the factory of your mind. Repetition creates belief, and belief creates results. Some of you are living in cycles that you never consciously chose, cycles that were built by what you've been repeatedly telling yourself. You don't lack drive. You don't lack intelligence. You don't lack ability. What you lack is consistent repetition of the right thoughts. You keep repeating fear until it becomes familiar. You repeat doubt until it becomes your truth. You repeat, I can't, I'm not good enough, until those phrases become your identity. But wealthy thinkers understand something. The average person ignores the subconscious mind, accepts whatever is repeated the most. It doesn't know what's real or fake, what's past or future, what's truth or lie. It only knows what you feed it over and over. That's why affirmations aren't magic. They're mechanics. Repetition is how identity is shaped. It's how confidence is installed. It's how new beliefs take root. When you repeat a bunch, your mind begins to expect abundance. When you repeat capability, your mind begins to search for proof that you are capable. When you repeat worthiness, your subconscious begins rejecting anything beneath your value. But when you repeat failure, your subconscious starts preparing for loss. When you repeat fear, your subconscious starts protecting you from your own blessings. You must understand that repetition is the steering wheel of your future. At night, when your brain is relaxed and your defenses are down, repetition becomes 10 times more powerful. That is when the deep programming happens. That is when beliefs are shaped, habits are formed, identity is carved. So while you sleep, you must feed your mind the same truth over and over until it becomes impossible to forget. You tell it you are strong, you are disciplined, you are chosen, you are wealthy in thought, you are wealthy in possibility, you are worthy of success. And when those words become your default internal dialogue, your outer life changes automatically. You don't chase confidence, you embody it. You don't chase success, you attract it. Repetition is not optional, it is mandatory for transformation. When you master what you repeat, you master what you become. You must break the poverty mindset before you break into wealth, because you cannot walk into abundance while carrying the language of lack. Some of you want a millionaire lifestyle, but still think like someone trying to survive. You want financial freedom, but still believe money is scarce. You want success, but deep down you still think it belongs to other people. Understand this, the poverty mindset has nothing to do with money and everything to do with belief. It shows up in the way you talk, the way you make decisions, the way you see yourself. It shows up in the way you expect little, dream small, fear failure and avoid risk. It shows up when you shrink your vision to match your environment instead of expanding your environment to match your vision. And here's the truth. You cannot bring those beliefs into your next chapter. They are dead weight. They are chains disguised as caution. They are the very reason you restart every year at zero. The poverty mindset was installed in you through years of hearing. Be realistic, settle down, don't aim too high. Money is hard, life is difficult. Those words built your internal ceiling. They trained your mind to look down instead of up. But tonight we begin breaking that structure. When you sleep to wealthy programming, your subconscious begins uninstalling the language of lack and replacing it with the language of abundance. It starts shifting your inner dialogue from I can't to I will, from I hope to I create, from maybe to definitely, from survival to dominion. You stop seeing money as something that happens by luck and start seeing it as a result of value, service, vision, and alignment. You stop asking life for permission and start telling life your direction. You stop believing wealth is rare and start believing wealth is reachable. The biggest prison is not lack of money. It is lack of belief. Break the gates to freedom open. Wealth is not first earned with your hands. It is earned with your mindset. Once you break the poverty mindset, you will realize you were never waiting on money. Money was waiting on you. When your conscious and subconscious agree, nothing on this planet can stop you. Most people don't fail because of laziness. They fail because they are mentally divided. During the day, they talk success, but at night, they fear failure. During the day, they grind, but at night, their subconscious replays doubt. During the day, they believe a little, but deep inside, they still expect disappointment. You cannot win with a divided mind. The conscious mind is your intention. The subconscious mind is your engine. If they're not moving in the same direction, you will burn out every time. But when they align, when what you build V and what you expect become the same thing, you become unstoppable. Your actions become bold. Your decisions become sharp. Your confidence becomes quiet but unshakable. Your energy becomes magnetic. People feel the shift before you even speak. Opportunities respond to you. Challenges bend to your will. Success becomes a natural outcome, not a lucky accident. And guess when alignment happens? At night. When you sleep, your subconscious is listening without resistance, without fear, without second guessing. That's when you install the beliefs your life needs. That is when you teach your mind to stop fighting you and start supporting you. That is when you program discipline, certainty, drive, wealth, consciousness, purpose. So when you wake up, your actions don't come from pressure. They come from alignment. You don't force success. You flow into it. You don't hesitate. You execute. You don't second guess. You commit. You start moving like someone who expects to win, not someone who hopes to win. And that energy changes everything. When your mind is united, setbacks become stepping stones, obstacles become teachers, delays become redirection. You stop quitting early because the subconscious isn't whispering fear anymore. It's whispering identity. It's reminding you who you are. When the mind agrees within itself, the world agrees with your destiny. That is why the night matters. That is why your sleep matters. This is the night your conscious desire and subconscious programming shake hands and decide to rise together. And once that alignment happens, nothing, and I mean nothing, can stand in your way. So tonight, before you close your eyes, understand what's really happened. You're not just going to sleep. You're stepping into the lab where the future version of you is being built brick by brick, thought by thought, belief by belief. This is the night your excuses die and your potential wakes up. This is the night you stop waiting for life to hand you something and start commanding your destiny with intention. Every breath you take from this point forward must carry purpose. Every thought you think must carry power. Every dream you allow yourself to imagine must be treated like a seed planted in fertile soil. No more drifting, no more begging life for a chance. From tonight on, you create the chance. You create the change. You create the outcome. You've heard the truth. Your mind is the factory of your future. Repetition is the architect of belief. The poverty mindset must be destroyed before wealth can enter. And when the conscious and subconscious unite, nothing can stop you. These aren't ideas. These are laws. These are the same laws that built legacies, rewrote destinies, created empires, and transformed ordinary people to champions. And now those laws belong to you. Tonight, you're not just listening to words. You're installing a new operating system. You're giving your subconscious new orders. You're telling your mind, I'm done playing small. I'm done doubting myself. I'm done living beneath my potential. From this moment, I rise. When you wake up tomorrow, you won't just feel different. You'll think different. You'll choose different. You'll walk different. You'll speak with the certainty of someone who knows they are built for greatness. You'll feel the shift in your conviction, your hunger, your vision. The world won't recognize you, but your future will, because this is the version of you it has been waiting for. Remember, this success, this doesn't start with money. It doesn't start with opportunity. It doesn't start with connections. Success starts with a mind that refuses to be ordinary, a mind that refuses to accept limits, a mind that has been reprogrammed for victory. So tonight, tell yourself one last time before the world goes quiet, stop waiting. Wealth starts now. My mind is aligned. My purpose is active. My future is calling. I will answer. Now sleep with intention. Wake up with authority. Live with purpose. And build the life you were created for.